student, in the previous class we have already read about plant tissues. In this class we have to read about animal tissue. There are four types of animal tissue. They are epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissue. The outline classification of animal tissue. This is animal tissue. Animal tissue is of four types, that is epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissue. The epithelial tissue is of two types, that is simple epithelium and compound epithelium. The simple epithelium consists of one layer of cells. The compound epithelium has more than one layer of cells. Then the simple epithelium is further divided into following types, that is squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, glandular epithelium, sensory epithelium, germinal epithelium and pigmented epithelium. Then the compound epithelium is of two types, that is stratified epithelium and transitional epithelium. Then connective tissue, the tissue which connect different parts to different parts of an animal is called connective tissue. The connective tissue is further divided into three types, that is connective tissue proper, skeletal tissue and fluid connective tissue. Connective tissue proper is further divided into following types, that is areolar tissue, adipose tissue, white fibrous tissue, yellow elastic tissue and reticular tissue. Then the skeletal tissue is of two types, that is cartilage and bone. The cartilage is of following types, that is hyaline cartilage, fibrous cartilage, calcified cartilage and elastic cartilage. The bone is of three types, that is compact bone, spongy bone and sesamoid bone. Then the fluid connective tissue. It is of two types, that is blood and lymph. Then muscular tissue. This tissue forms the muscular system of the animal. This tissue is further classified into three types, that is striated muscles, unstriated or unstricted muscles and cardiac muscle. Then nervous tissue. This tissue is of two types, that is neurons and neuroglia cells. The neurons is of three types, that is unipolar neuron, bipolar neuron and multipolar neuron. Then the neuron is further divided into nerve fibers. There are two types of nerve fibers, that is medullated and non-medullated nerve fibers. Then neuroglia cells. Then we have to discuss about the epithelial tissue. The word epithelium means covering. That means this tissue forms the outer lining of different organs. This type of tissue is composed of one or more layers of thin, protective, continuous sheet of cells. The cells of this tissue are closely packed. The cells are placed on a thin and supporting connective tissue called as basement membrane. The cells of the epithelial tissue are present on a membrane with membranous structure called as basement membrane. The blood vessels are absent in this tissue. There is no blood vessels in the epithelial tissue. They lie on the outer surface of the body and cavities of internal body organ. The epithelial tissue lie outer and internal of the body. That is, they also present on the blood vessels, in the blood vessels and ducts. Then functions of the epithelial tissue. This type of tissue shows different functions like protection. Number one is protection. It protects the internal tissues from external injury and prevents the entry of germs and foreign toxins into the body. Another function is absorption. The epithelial lining of intestine absorbs water and nutrients from the digested food. Then secretion. It also helps in secretion. The epithelial lining of digested glands and endocrine glands helps in secretion. Then gamete formation. That means which helps in reproduction. The germinal epithelial cells of testis and ovary produce spermatozoa and ova. Then sensory function. That means the tissue which helps in our sense organs The epithelium in sense organs like skin, eye, ear, nose receive external stimuli and send them to the central nervous system. These are the functions of epithelial tissue. Then types of epithelial tissue. There are two types of epithelial tissue are found, that is simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium. It consists of single layer of epithelial cells present on the basement membrane. The simple epithelium are of following types. Number one is squamous epithelium. It is composed of thin, broad and flat cells with distinct nuclei. The nucleus is distinct, clearly visible. The cells are closely placed edge to edge like the tiles in a mosaic floor. So, this type of epithelium is also called as pavement epithelium. This type of epithelium is found in blood vessels, alveoli of lungs, Bowman's capsule of kidney and lining of mouth. The function of squamous epithelial tissue is to protect the underlying part from external injury. This is the structure of squamous epithelium. This is the squamous epithelial tissue. This tissue looks like the tiles on the floor. This is the basement membrane, this is the nucleus, this is the cell and this is the nucleus of epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelial tissue. Then cuboidal epithelium. The cells of this tissue are cubical in shape with central rounded nucleus. The cells of the cuboidal epithelium is cubical. So this epithelium is called as cuboidal epithelium. The cells are equal height and width. That means the height and width of the cell are equal. The cells appear polygonal on the surface view. This type of epithelium is found in the thyroid gland, liver, sweat gland and other ducts. It provides mechanical strength to the internal tissue and also helps in secretion and storage of glycogen. Cuboidal epithelium helps in storage of glycogen in the body. This is your cuboidal epithelium. This is the nucleus, this is the cytoplasm, these are the cells of the cuboidal epithelium. The cells are the nucleus, central rounded nucleus, and this is the basement membrane. Then the columnar epithelium. The cells of the columnar epithelium or the cells of this tissue are tall pillar-like, like the column, and cylindrical, lying side by side. The cells are much taller than their width. Their nuclei lie at the basal part. This type of epithelium is found in the inner lining of stomach and intestine. They help in absorption and secretion. The columnar epithelial tissue helps in absorption and secretion of different materials. This is the structure of columnar epithelium. The cells looks like a pillar like structure. This is the nucleus, this is the cytoplasm of the cell, this is the basement membrane and these are the connective tissues. Then the ciliated epithelium. The ciliated epithelium, that means this type of epithelial tissue possesses cilia. So this is called as ciliated. The cells of this tissue epithelium are generally columnar or cuboidal in shape. That means the cells may be columnar or may be cuboidal. The free end of each cell bears cilia. These are the cilia structure. Cilia. These cilia with lacing movement help in moving the material entering the organs. That means the cilia helps the movement of different substances from one place to another place inside the body, inside the organ. The cuboidal ciliated epithelium is found in certain part of the urinary tubules. The columnar ciliated epithelium is found in the lining of nasal cavity, trachea and bronchi. This is the ciliated epithelial tissue. These are the cilia, this is the cytoplasm, this is the nucleus, this is the basement membrane, this is the connective tissue. Then the glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelial tissue. That means this type of tissue contains different glands. The glands which helps in secretion of different materials. It is a type of columnar epithelium. The glandular epithelial tissue is also a columnar epithelial tissue. Type of columnar epithelium. It contains some large sized cells which produce various types of secretory or excretory materials. The cells are found in the mucous membrane of stomach, intestine and rectum. These are two types of glands, that is unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular gland and multicellular gland. The unicellular glands are composed of single cells. That means they composed of single cells. Example, epithelium of small and large intestine. The internal lining, outer covering of small and large intestine is unicellular glands. The multicellular glands are formed of many cells. Example, sweat glands and salivary gland of mammals. The exocrine and endocrine glands are also multicellular glands. The glands which secrete hormones are called as endocrine glands, and the glands which secrete enzymes are also called as exocrine glands. This is your glandular epithelial tissue. This is your mucous goblet cells of mammal, microvilli. This is the cytoplasm, this is the nucleus, this is the basement membrane, and these are the connective tissue. This is your glandular epithelial tissue. Then stratified epithelium. It is a compound epithelium. Stratified epithelial tissue is also a compound epithelium. That means it is formed of more than one layer of cells, which consists of several layers of cells. The innermost layer is placed on a basement membrane. It is found in the epidermis of skin, nasal cavity, buccal cavity, esophagus and cornea of eye. This is the structure of stratified epithelium. This is cytoplasm, this is nucleus, this is connective tissue, and this is your basement membrane. This is the epithelial tissue. Then next class we have to read about the other muscular tissue, connective tissue, nervous tissue. Then thank you.